I'm Stuart Litt, second generation owner of Hygrade Deli. We're a full service restaurant slash deli located on Michigan Avenue in Detroit.
How'd you get started?
My dad had been in the restaurant business for quite a number of years. He was located on Livernois and 7 Mile, and then he had to close up the business due to some hard times. And he was introduced to the original owner of Hygrade Deli, and they consummated a deal back in 1972 is when my dad bought the store. At the time that my dad bought the store, I was a college student. I was going to Wayne State University taking night classes, and I was working here during the daytime helping out my dad. About the same time I graduated college in 1977, my dad had the first of a series of heart setbacks. And so I put off my job interviewing to stay and run the store. And while my dad convalesced at home, once he did convalesce completely and was able to get back to work full time, I had an opportunity to leave should I so desired, but I never did. I stuck around and I'm still here as the owner now.
Okay. You know, and then I guess this goes back to your dad a little bit, but why did you guys choose Detroit versus another location?
Well, my dad's original store, as I mentioned, was in Detroit, in a thriving area of Detroit at that time. When he closed that business up, he spent a year at a couple of odd jobs working for other deli people. Those situations didn't work out. His brother ran a business not too far away from where we're located right now, and was trying to help my dad get into something, and found this particular place. So it didn't really matter where my dad located. He needed to get back into the business, needed to make a living for himself. He looked in the suburbs, he looked in the city, and this was the best opportunity for him.
Okay. So, you know, you guys have been doing this for a while. What have some challenges been of just owning and operating a business in Detroit that might be unique to this city?
Well, it's not so unique, but basically the biggest challenge being here over 42 years is thriving when the city was thriving, and then, I don't want to use the word dying, but suffering as the city has been dying through the years.
Yeah.
As the city lost its population base, lost its workforce base, we suffered along with it. Everybody to a degree in some form of a recession will suffer, but of course Detroit is as hard as hit as anybody or any place. And kitty corner from where we're located right now, back in the day, was the Clark Street Cadillac assembly plant. Thousands of people working there in that area just 2 blocks away every day. They needed a place to eat, they came here, along with the other mom and pop businesses that were in the area. We thrived on those people. But as the city died off and the Cadillac plant closed up and moved out, we suffered along with it. To me, that's basically the biggest challenge of doing business in the city, is losing that workforce, that population base that patronized your business.
Okay, all right. So, you know, there has been like a lot of activity downtown. You know, has that translated, you know, you guys are a little bit off the beaten path, but has that translated as more business for you guys in the last couple of years, or? Only
recently has it. Over 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, no. As people were moving in then, there's more people moving in now, but with the advent of social media, Facebook, getting articles written about us, finally we think we're overdue with that. Those people are now finding out about us, and they're coming this way to us. So only very recently have we seen that resurgence of downtown come that extra mile or two west of the Corktown area to find that we exist.
Okay, all right. So, you know, going along with that, you know, would you say that the Detroit name has impacted your business?
It can in a positive way. There's a lot about Detroit, unfortunately, that is very negative. But when people find out about us, if they're living in the suburbs and they hear about this unique little deli down in the city, they're not afraid. They will come and see us, because we do get a lot of people tell us that come in here brand new, whether they saw us on TV, saw us on Facebook, or one of the couponing deals that I do. They will come from afar, be it Livonia, Southfield, West Bloomfield, the downriver area. It doesn't matter. People will come in to Detroit to find us.
Okay, all right. So do you have any advice that you would give to someone that was thinking about moving or starting a business in the city?
Well, you need to research it thoroughly. If you're going to be in the food service business, you need to be in a populated area or very near a populated area. Of course, advertising, that can be expensive, but there's various free forms of advertising, being into social media, couponing, which isn't exactly free, but it's not that expensive. So you gotta research it carefully. You gotta know what you need to do. Dealing with the city of Detroit, there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of rules and regulations that you need to go through.
Yeah.
Licensing, this, that, and the other things. So you gotta research it carefully.
Okay. All right. Last question. So if someone was coming here, what's the one thing they need to try?
Anything corned beef, particularly the grilled Reuben sandwich. The grilled Reuben is our signature sandwich. It's corned beef with Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Russian dressing, grilled on rye bread. It's the favorite here of most customers. Brand new people, when they come in and they say, what do you recommend? We tell them, try the Reuben sandwich. 9 out of 10 times they will, and they love it. They just love it. And the proof is in the pudding. We have it on our Facebook page. A lot of compliments. Being on TV, as I mentioned before, it was featured. A lot of good compliments. So. Yeah. Basically, anything corned beef, that's what we specialize in, besides our fresh salads, our fresh soups, and other deli products. But corned beef and the grilled Reuben sandwich is number one.
All right, I'd have to agree with you. I had my first one a couple weeks ago, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was
I
really
remember
good.
when you were in here, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed it.
Thanks.